Waiting for you to get here. You know that.
I'm here.
There's lots to talk about. You want to get right to it?
Yes.
Skip, why don't you start us off?
We're going to talk about Vince Young's present and his future in just a moment. But allow me to say that many, many times on this show, as you well know, I have said that I believe, as we look back at what happened at Tennessee, that Jeff Fisher, your coach at Tennessee, was never on board with drafting you in Tennessee. That was all about Floyd Reese, who said the day after he drafted you that you will rewrite the position of quarterback. And I've contended that Jeff Fisher was never really in your corner in Tennessee, as you did, as I just pointed out, as you did win Offensive Rookie of the Year with 4 sensational late-game comebacks. You did make 2 Pro Bowls. You were the comeback player of the year. I do believe you did save Jeff Fisher's job. And yet, I thought you did it again and again in spite of a Jeff Fisher who was never really in your corner. How accurate was my assessment?
I really feel like my time in Tennessee was great. Other than I just really feel like me and Fisher wasn't on the same page as chemistry-wise and communication. I have a select idea. I can't really go into speculation on why these things have happened. All I know is my job was to be a quarterback and lead the team and change it from a 4-12 team until we got it to where we needed to be at. And I blame myself some of the time that
Sure.
I stepping on coach's toes and things like that, and not listening to my coach and listening to the details, what he was trying to tell me in order to be, professionalism and how to be an NFL quarterback. And, there was a lot of things going on in my life. Definitely was immature, young guy, and things like that. But I really feel like what he was trying to do, he was just trying to get me to understand the business of the NFL. So but sometimes I took it in frustration because not knowing some of these different things as a young man, but I just really felt like I didn't feel like he was on my side, but he really was on my side. He was just trying to explain to me how to be a professional quarterback.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
Well, Vince, I want to know, I'm not trying to get all in your business, but so much has been thrown out there about what was going on with you, what problems you had, what level of what immature things you were confronted by or having to deal with or whatever. Explain to us the kind of things that was bothering you, that was affecting you, or your relationship with Fisher, in your own words, whatever it was.
Like I said, that's just a communication part, and I feel like when we had meetings and you say one thing and then all of a sudden the media is saying another thing, and I just feel like we just talked about this in the office behind closed doors. What I really feel like as a quarterback and his coach needed to talk to move forward for the best interest of the team and organization. For instance, like the Pittsburgh, for him benching me that game, a lot of people was like he was late to a meeting, but the reason why I was late to the meeting because it was to take Steve McNair boys to school one morning. It was fathers take kids to school that morning, and he said it was okay for me to do it, which he already knew that I was going to be late for a team meeting, but not offensive meetings and things like that. So, and then when I got to after practice and I hear the media bashing me on my head, I was all in confused. So, and that's why I was just saying about the communication part. If we're going to talk about one thing in the meeting room, then I really feel like we should stay with that and not let everybody on the outside know what's going on in the meeting room.
Okay, let's talk about that fateful day and following night. Opening day, 2008, Jacksonville at home. You throw 2 picks. You get frustrated. You get upset. The fans are booing you. It was new to you. You'd had a great run through high school and college in your rookie year. And there were reports that you didn't want to go back into the game, that Jeff Fisher was pushing you to go back into the game. What's the truth in your eyes?
And the truth is, it was a TV timeout, and I was taking my time to collect my thoughts to get back out there to perform. As a quarterback, you don't want to go up into the next series worrying about the last series. And Coach Fisher understood that. My guys understood that. It wasn't really about the boos and none of them different things. And it was a TV timeout. I was just taking my time to collect myself before I stepped back into the field. And that's pretty much what we had that understanding, me and Coach Fisher, which he knew, and he was talking to me on the sideline, making sure I was.
So he was okay that you would miss a series to gather yourself?
No, it wasn't to miss a series, just doing that TV time.
Okay.
So that was basically.
Okay, but you did go back in the game.
Went back in and got hurt.
And you got hurt. Do you think you got hurt because you weren't into the game at that point psychologically?
No, I mean, NFL is a physical game. So, I mean, he landed on my leg a pretty awkward way, and that's pretty much what happened.
Okay. Following night, you drop out of sight for a little while without your cell phone. Coach Fisher talks to, I believe, your mom or somebody in your immediate family, and he gets a little concerned to the point he calls the police to go look for Vince Young. Mm-hmm. What happened?
I mean, I don't know. My whole thing is you know, my mom saw me leaving with my pistol, which I have a gun license to carry, so I always carry my gun with me. So, but the whole thing is, I can understand the concerns, and the whole thing is,
they had suicide concerns, right?
I mean, you can probably say that, but that wasn't really what it was. I was just trying to get away from everybody who was coming over concerned and caring about this, which I really do care about and appreciate. But I was actually watching the Green Bay Vikings game, watching the football game, eating chicken wings, and that's when I got a call, like, everybody's really concerned. You need to come up to the stadium so we can make sure you're okay. So when all these things came out, that's when I was, like, just totally frustrated about the situation, because it wasn't never nothing about no suicide. I just wanted to get out the house and kind of relax and get away from everybody and things like that.
Vince, forgive me. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here, because you're sitting next to a man that I would label as your biggest supporter, meaning Skip Bayless.
Right.
Me personally, I think you can ball, and I don't think anybody can argue with your record. But I think all of us are fooling ourselves here if we're of the mindset that playing the quarterback position in the NFL is strictly about your skill set. When Skip brings up the incidences that he brings up, I don't need all of that. All I need to know is, okay, this stuff keeps getting mentioned, and somehow, some way, Vince Young's name gets associated with it. And as a result, people look at him and they say, yeah, he's got the skill set. But we question his leadership, his mental and intestinal resolve, and his ability to be a leader of men and guide this football team to another level. That's basically the knock on Vince Young.
Right.
So what do you have to say to critics who question that about you and use it as justification right here, right now, today, as a reason as to why you're not high on anybody's priority list to be a quarterback for their team?
My whole thing is, I just want people to put those things in the past and give me another opportunity to prove that. Yes, I have my ups and downs, but I definitely learned from my mistakes, the immatureness that I had, and I just want everybody to know that that's in the past. I'm married now. I have a family. I understand my responsibilities now. I'm in school trying to graduate, get my education major. I'm just trying to put the things out there who Vince Young is, and try to change that perception who people have thoughts about, and that's not who I am. You know, that happened in the past, and I just want everybody just to understand that was a young, immature Vince Young, and he definitely understands from being around the Andy Reeds, just being around multiple people that I have been in, influenced in, a lot of people at my UT school, just a lot of people that's been in my corner to help me get back to where I need to be at. And then a year off definitely helped me open up my eyes of being around my family and just seeing a lot of things that I didn't see while I was out there working hard and playing football.
For the record, I'm sorry, Carrie.
Let me say, Vincent, it sounds like you're focused on moving forward. Can you talk to us about this letter of apology you sent to Jeff Fisher? Is that a part of this maturation process for you?
That's where I was going, yeah.
Right. I mean, because a lot of understanding is that, Coach Fisher put out a lot of different things about the old Vince, which he's just true about. And I don't hold that against him at all, because that was an immature Vince Young, things like that. But my whole thing is that he could never say that I wasn't a hard worker, was leading the team, doing all these type of things that they said I'm not doing. And that's what it kills me when I'm out here working extremely hard every year, every summertime, and don't get the opportunity to shot like most guys has had in the previous years. So I just want a lot of people to understand that, I have been through a lot in my life, my 29 years, and I have owned up to it. I made my mistakes, but I just really feel like people can just get past that and let me finish my career like I wanted to be, and be a great asset for a football team. Can teach the younger guys the things that I have been through with finances, making sure you getting the right people on your team, and the things that you need to do to be a successful athlete in the NFL. And I really feel like I can do that as be a great asset for a team.
I think you deserve that chance. I'm certainly not averse to it. I guess what I'm asking you is, why do you believe you haven't gotten that chance yet? Do you believe, from a generic perspective, that it's just that stuff that's been put out there? Or do you believe that Jeff Fisher directly, not now, because I don't think he's, talking behind your back or trying to hurt you now, but things that he may have said to others back in the day, do you believe that that's factoring into the equation of denying you the opportunity to get your second chance that you're so desperately looking for?
No, not at all. This has nothing to do with Coach Fisher. And like I said, I wish him the best. I'm happy that he's back coaching, finishing his career like he wants it to be as well. This is about me, that the mistakes I have made, and I'm owning up to it, and I just really feel that I should get another opportunity. For all the head coaches, for all the GMs and owners across the NFL, haven't had a chance to hear me speak, or having a chance to sit down in front of these guys and speak my side, or where I have been at and where I'm at now. And emotionally and how I am as a person right now, I'm very happy how everything is going. It's taken off back into where it needs to be at. I'm happy about my family. I mean, like I said, that year off definitely helped me see a lot of different things and move forward. So that's why I want the teams and everybody to understand that I have moved forward and I have moved on. I just wish that everybody can just move on and give me an opportunity and a chance to be a great asset for an NFL team as a quarterback, starting or backup.
Okay, let me sum this up with my 2 cents. I believe that Jeff Fisher remains a highly respected football coach in this league. I do believe in my heart of hearts that the things he put out there about you in the past damaged you to a point that it may have fatally damaged your chances in this league to get another real shot. But I love what you've done recently. I like the public apology. I love it that you humbled yourself to the degree that few athletes of your caliber with your resume would have humbled themselves to, which is to go to the University of Texas College Pro Day and say, I'm here, I want to show you who I am and how I look. You're in fine shape, you've stayed in peak shape, and you were willing to throw passes to kids at Texas who want a chance in this league because you want a chance in this league. So what did you hear at the Texas Pro Day from various scouts or GMs about any possible shot you might get?
The good part of it, I definitely got some good chances, some great interest for a lot of teams right now. I don't want to say it right now and to fault the teams because they want us to keep it disclosed. But my whole thing is I'm just happy that the guys had a good time. They stayed relaxed, and I just wanted them guys to understand, even though it's a pro day, don't forget to be yourself and go out there and have fun. And then also get the team's opportunity to let them know I haven't been laying on the couch relaxing. I've been really working from where George was one of the quarterback coaches, Coach Lee. I've been really working to get back to where I want to be at, and I'm just looking for that opportunity.
So that next step would simply be a private workout for one team, correct?
Yeah, be working out for somebody.
So, boy, you got to climb that ladder again, don't you?
It's all right. I'm not a quitter, so I'm used to the fight, and I'm just happy that I'm even given the opportunity to play again in the NFL.
At age 29.
29.
Not 30, 29.
29.
Which team, in your opinion, would be a good fit for you?
Pretty much the whole NFL.
Anybody, huh?
Anybody. So
okay.
I just want to go out and just show my talent and let them know how much I can really help an organization get into a winning percentage or even though a playoff.
Vince, we see RG3, we've seen Russell Wilson, we've seen Kaepernick. We know about the bad man that Aaron Rodgers is with Brady and Peyton Manning. There's as you look at it, you might have, 8 or 9 solid spots in the NFL that can be deemed relatively untouchable. When you scour the NFL, how many teams do you believe right now you're qualified to step in and start for?
I don't really want to get into the starting because, sometimes people think I'm getting big-headed. But, my whole thing is just wait on the opportunity. When I get that opportunity, I'm going to go in and compete and push whoever is the starter. And if I have that opportunity to be the starter, I'm not going to be removed like that.
All right, Vince Young, thank you so much. You're going to stick around.
Yep.